NURAIN HAFIZAH binti AHMAD MAWARDI, MSc number is 27350. The term for this proposal for an air transport management educational game would be disaster risk reductions, specifically under the topic of the cohesive utilizations of aviation in disaster relief. Disaster risk reduction is aimed at preventing new and reducing existing disaster risk and management residual risks, all of which contribute to strengthening resilience and therefore to the achievement of sustainable developments. That's all from me.
Hello, I'm KARTHIKAN SUBRAMANIAM, and now I will present about the aim and objectives of the game. The first objective is to increase the awareness of disaster risk reduction (DRR) among the people in Malaysia. Next, the objective of the game is also to further the understanding of its players about the utilization of aviation in the disaster relief. This game will enable its player to pick up general knowledge about the importance of aviation in disaster relief.
My name is Muhammad Amir bin Abdul Malik. My matrix number 273261. So first, I'm going to talk about the problem statement, which is first, lack of understanding on the topic of disaster risk reduction among Malaysians. Second, the failure of authorities to put together effort in overcoming disaster that have hit the nation. Third, the incomprehensive of general public in understanding importance of disaster risk reduction. And the last one, lack of general knowledge among the public when it comes to preparing themselves for the...
The time limit of this game is unlimited and can be played among the players at any time. In terms of benefit, the player would be able to expand their knowledge on logistic management, especially in terms of disaster management.
Hi, so before continuing on with the demonstration of the game, I will be explaining to you guys briefly about our game. So as before explained in the game rules, you guys have already know the basic understanding of the game, but I will explain further on you guys so that you guys will understand how to play the game even more. Alright, so our game is essentially based on the concept of snake and ladder game, but however this concept revolves around the aviation concept. So there will be 5 team players in the team. One will have to be the pilot who will be wearing this, and this pilot will be the piece that moves around the game board, while the other 4 will be considered as the rescuers, or we would like to call them the air traffic control personnel that will be assisting the pilot when he pilots the aircraft. So the pilot would be the one wearing this and moving around the piece of board. The 4 air traffic control personnel would be the one to roll the dice to decide which how many spaces would the pilot moves around. And let's say if the pilot lands on a risk or an opportunity to climb further in the sky, then the air traffic controls will have to answer these questions, this set of questions. Let's say if the pilot lands on a risk and then the air traffic control personnel are able to answer the questions correctly, then the pilot don't actually have to go down a few steps because the question is answered correctly. But let's say the air traffic control personnel answered incorrectly, they are wrong, then the pilot will have to descend down onto a few spaces. Alright, what about if the pilot lands on an opportunity to climb higher? Let's say if the air traffic control personnel are able to answer correctly, then the pilot will be able to climb higher. But let's say if the air traffic control personnel are not able to answer correctly, then the pilot will have to stay in the space that they have landed in. So that is a brief introduction of our game. Let's come see how our game is played.
The challenge surface when airdrop supply from a aircraft below except E expenses.
la la la